Do you like potatoes and do you like donuts? If so, you may love this potato donut recipe that I found in one of my old thrifted community cookbooks. Listen, a great recipe never becomes outdated. So, are you ready to cook with me today? If so, let's get started. Now that I have my apron on and my hair tied back, before I even think of doing anything else, I have to say thank you so much to Janice for submitting this recipe to a community cookbook in Pennsylvania in the year 1985. Janice's delicious potato donut recipe from the year 1985 calls for 2 cups of mashed potatoes. So you can bake your potatoes and mash them, or boil them and then mash them, which is what I am doing today. And I thought, since I love the regular potato donut recipe so much, that's why I'm sharing it with you. I thought I probably would really love this potato donut recipe made with sweet potatoes as well. I'm going to be trying that for the first time today, but I'm going to be making both versions of this recipe, the potato donuts and the sweet potato donuts. First things first, I have to peel, wash, cut up, and boil some regular baking potatoes and some sweet potatoes. One of the greatest things about this recipe, besides how delicious it is that you don't have to wait for that dough to rise. You can just mix up the dough and fry it immediately. So I love that. And it kind of makes up for the fact that if you don't already have mashed potatoes set aside from the night before, it makes up for the amount of time it takes to peel, clean, cut up, and boil those potatoes for your mashed potatoes. I know my potatoes are ready to go when I stick a fork in one of them and it falls right off the fork. Now that all of the potatoes are done cooking, I'm going to mash them up separately, of course, while they're still hot. Then I'm going to put them in bowls, set them aside, let them reach room temperature before mixing all of the rest of the ingredients together. And by the way, I'm not going to season them with anything. I'm just simply mashing them up and setting them aside. You want your potatoes to be nice and smooth. So I added my whisk attachment to my stand mixer to make sure I smoothed out those potatoes. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can hand whisk them at the end of hand mashing them. That works really well too. You will need 2 cups of mashed sweet potatoes and/or 2 cups of mashed baking potatoes for each batch of your potato donuts. The mashed potatoes are at room temperature, so now I'm going to mix together the dry ingredients. For the dry ingredients, you're going to need 2 3/4 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, so there's 1/2 cup and another 1/2 cup. You also need 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. And just keep in mind that's for each batch. So for the batch of the sweet potato donuts and for the batch of the regular potato donuts. Now let's get this all mixed together. So to the 2 cups of the mashed baking potatoes, I added 2 tablespoons of melted Crisco, 1/2 cup of milk, and 1 egg. And I didn't add any vanilla extract, but I was thinking afterwards,
I wonder if some vanilla extract would be delicious in here as well. And then I just slowly add the flour to the potato mixture, and it's a very, very sticky dough in the end, so just a warning on that. When you turn it out, you need to turn it out onto a very heavily floured surface. Usually recipes say lightly floured. Ignore a lightly floured surface on this one and make sure your surface is heavily floured. Then I just knead the dough a little bit and set it aside, start on the sweet potato doughnuts. Now to the sweet potatoes, because the sweet potatoes are a little more wet, I only added 1/3 of a cup of milk, but the rest of the ingredients were the same. 2 tablespoons of melted Crisco and 1 egg, and then, like I said, 1/3 of a cup of milk. Next, I just roll that dough out, adding flour as needed, and I think it's about, I would say, about 1 inch or 1 1/4 inches thick. And then I grab that trusty old glass and cut out my donut shapes. I think it's safe to say most of us do not have a donut cutter sitting around at home. So if not, you can use a glass and then a bottle cap of a desired size to just cut out that center hole. And there you have it, a cute and perfectly cut out piece of donut dough. After cutting out the donut shapes, just take the remainder of that dough, knead it a couple times, roll it out again, and get some more donuts out of that delicious sweet potato donut dough. So just to show you, that's the desired thickness that you're looking for, and that's also the desired amount of flour and dough that you need to have on your hands when you're done cutting out your donut shapes as well. And there they are, the star kitchen tools of the day, a drinking glass and a bottle cap.
Now it's time for the best step of this recipe, and that is to heat up my vegetable oil so I can fry up all of these delicious potato donuts.
You need quite a bit of oil for frying up these delicious donuts, and you want to heat that oil up to around 350 degrees and not any higher than, I would say, 360 degrees. Once that oil's heated up, you want to kind of lay the donuts in the oil. Do not just drop them in or plop them in, because you don't want to get splashed with that hot oil. So just kind of lay them in there, and then when you see the edges are a little golden brown, you flip them over, let them cook a little bit on the other side, I would say for about a minute or so, and then remove them and set them on a plate that's lined with paper towels to absorb the excess grease. Watch your fingers too when you're laying those donuts in the hot oil. Look at how beautiful this sweet potato donut is. And you know I wasn't going to let those donut holes go to waste. I had to fry those up too. Wait till you taste this recipe. You have to make it. It's so delicious. Here's the regular potato donut. Nice and golden and slightly crispy on the outside and soft and fluffy on the inside. And here is what the sweet potato donut looks like. Again, slightly crispy on the outside and nice and soft and fluffy on the inside. These donuts are delicious all on their own, but you can always sprinkle on some powdered sugar or mix together some sugar with some cinnamon and sprinkle that on the donuts as well. Or you can add my family's favorite topping, which is chocolate icing. Here's the recipe for the donut chocolate icing. It's 1 cup of powdered sugar mixed with a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and then you want just a tiny pinch of salt. Do not over salt this. I've done that before. It really throws off the taste. Next, add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract and then 3 tablespoons of melted butter. In the meantime, you want to be heating up some hot water, and you're just going to add that to the mixture and whisk it on in until you get that smooth consistency that you can dip your donuts in. So keep that hot water handy in case you need to add a little bit more to smooth out that chocolate icing again. These donuts were made with love, and I loved sharing this recipe with you.
I had so much fun making this 1985 potato donut recipe today. I can't wait to dive into this chocolate iced donut. But before I do that, I have to say thank you to Janice once again. And I have to say, I didn't notice much of a difference between the sweet potato donut and the regular potato donut. My husband said he liked the sweet potato donut more. You're gonna just have to make them both and decide for yourself. But I would like to say once again, my name is Rachel. This is Are You Ready To? Thank you so much for watching today. I'm so glad you joined me, and I'm gonna dive in to this donut. I hope you have an excellent day.